Okay, so recording is on. Let me share my screen. So what we are going to cover today? So today we will going to cover the HSR configuration, that is the HANA system replication. Okay. So we'll see that how to configure the HA or DR for the HANA database. Okay. So just give me 2 minutes. Let me copy the DVDs. Before that configuration, we need to install the database, HANA database on the DR node. Okay. So let me just give me 2 minutes. I'm just doing some configurations. Export. Mount NFS in Linux. Okay, fine. Got it. Okay. So here I'm. Yeah, okay. I don't know exact command, so let me Google it. Okay.
This
Got it.
mounting is done by the OS team already when we configure.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So they do this all these things. So I'm just doing Google and then yeah, it's done. Okay, so copy the DVDs. Actually, the DVDs they're on some other folders. So I'm just copying those on the DR side so that we can do with the installations. This HANA database we need. I will copy this entire to CP. We need this one. I'm copying this from the database. Before that, I need to check which version I have installed. Okay, just move it. Just So this is the version of OTD. Yeah, fine, correct one. So I'm copying this media, the same version we need at the DR side. So I'm copying those to the DR servers. So we have two servers. One is the primary, which already we have installed the servers. Okay, as a DV SID, and the instance number is 00. Now same thing we have to install with the same version at the DR node. Okay, so I have just copied. So this is the copy command. Let me minimize everything. So you don't need to do all these things in your project. This is done by the, we need to ask Unix team to copy all these things. Okay, if you know, you can do it. Now it is copied. So I'll go to the DR. I'm logging in DR. Yeah. So let me maximize this one. So let me give the full permission, ch mode -r, then DVD. Now it will change the permission. Okay, so this is the permission. Now it is 777, means I have all permission. Now we'll extract this file as xvf. So let me start the, no, let it be. So now if you see that here we have the dev SID at the primary side and the instance number is 00. Same thing we have to do here at the DR side. Same version, same SID, same instance we have to install in a DR side. Okay, we'll now start. So we have to go to the DVDs extracted one, then the normal procedures. Okay, fine. So we'll go with the installation. Then I need to that ignore parameters there. There is so Prashant, we are doing the HSR configuration HANA system replication. Okay, so I'm installing the DR server at the DR side with the same SID, same instance number. Okay, so here select one for the installations. Okay, so what is that? Our package is not there. Okay, some lib package is missing. So let me, there is a one SAP node. This is the SAP node which talk about the missing the package. If you see here, there is SAP node is mentioned here. Okay, so we need to look for this SAP node. So already I have this SAP node. Okay, so here we are getting these issues. Okay, GCB, and then this package is missing, not installed. So we'll see that in the SAP node. If we go, we are installing on HANA servers on SUSE Linux 12 SP5. Okay, so we have to look for the solution. It is not Red Hat, it is SUSE. Okay, so all the SUSE version we have to follow these instructions. Okay, so here we have to just execute this one, this script, this command. This command will install the missing libraries. Okay. Exit. Exit. So it will download from the internet. Whatever the packages are missing, those will download automatically, and at the end it will show you that what it is going to install.
So we are doing HA.
Yeah.
So this is the second server.
Yeah, second servers. So for on second server we are just, I'm doing just all the OS level configurations. Yeah. So you can also see that. Yeah. So here one package is missing. So new package, this one will be installed. Okay. So here you have to just give yes for the installation. It takes hardly few seconds. Yeah, it's done. Okay. Now you want to cross check, you can cross check the ACP. In the ACP node it is mentioned how to check. Just you find out through the RPM hyphen q and then give the package name. Let me execute again. So all the library, GCC library is there. Okay, now we can go with the installation. We won't face any issue now. Yeah, now select one for the installation. HANA shared, fine. The host name is also fine. Do you want to add host to the systems? No. SID, same SID we have to keep whatever we have at the primary side. Same instance number, we have the 00. Same groups. Okay. Now here we install as the development. So yeah, whatever you have selected during the installation of the primary, the same you have to select. So in my case it is development systems 3. Okay, keep the default, keep the data and the logs default. Okay, memory allocation restrictions, no, I don't want to restrict any memory. Okay, so certificate out same as the previous localhost name. Then password, keep the same password, or password you can change, no issue. But make sure that you keep the same common password for all. Home directory for the SID idiom, fine. The login chain also fine. UID is also good. Sapsys group is also good. Then password for the system DB. Here I'm putting welcome 123. So try to keep everything same, even the password. So it will take 10 minutes for the installations. Okay, before that yeah, so meanwhile I'll show you the commands. So what we have to do, so at the primary side we have to start the primary database, and then there we have to execute the these commands to enable the replication. Okay, I will give the site A for the primary database. Okay, and then we can check it the status whether it is enabled or not. Okay, with this command sdb nsutil, then space hyphen sr underscore state. Then stop the secondary DB. Okay, then execute these commands. Okay, to add your secondary database into the primary. Okay, so here we will going to use the IP address. Okay, so always use host name. Okay, because in this examples, in this demo systems, we do not have the DNS kind of things. Okay, so I will use the the host name of the primary. So this is the host name of the not a primary. It is primary database host name. So let me copy the database host name. Not this one. Let me see what is exactly the host name. Yeah, this is the host name. (107). No, not this one. This is for 38. Yeah, this one. So this is my primary. I will get the commands ready, and then instance number, then replication mode. I will be using the async because these two servers are on different region. You can say that different data centers. If you are using if you are configuring the HA, then use the sync. Okay, so I'm going to configure the DR. So that's the reason I'm using the async. And then operation mode. If you don't know the types of the operation mode, you just Google it. Okay, and just type HANA operation mode. Okay, HANA operation mode. You will get this link. This is the link. Okay, so here you will get all the details about the operation mode. So delta data shipping you can use. You can use the log replay. Okay, so the log replay we use mostly. Okay, so here just copy the operation mode, and then site name. So this site name is for your secondary database, that is the DR. Okay, so in my case site A is for the primary and the site B is for secondary. Okay, fine. Okay, then once it is done, then we have to start the secondary. Okay, and then we can then the replication will start. We can monitor from the HANA Studio. Okay, so this is the steps. One more steps are there in this one. So I will show you that what is that exactly. So basically we need to copy the keys from primary database to the secondary. So that is keydb files, okay, of the HANA database. So when we install the HANA database, the keys DB files are created, and where it is located, I will show you that. If you go my website NextGen Technology, okay, there I have mentioned everything in detail. This one. For the installation of the primary, then secondary. Yeah, so we have to copy the PKIs. Copy the PKI SSFS keys and the data files from primary database to the secondary database. Okay, so we'll do that one. So once the secondary database is installed, then we will stop the secondary database. We will copy the PKI files, okay, from primary to the secondary on the same locations. Before copy start, we should take the backups for the secondary database PKI files. Okay. So installation is going on. Any doubt till now, guys?
No.
So you can configure through the command, or you can also configure through the HANA Studio. Okay, so always prefer for the command line configurations. So let me log into the primary database and we'll copy. Okay, so here installation is completed at the DR side. Okay, that is the secondary. Okay, so we'll try to copy the key files to the secondary from primary. Okay, so I log into the primary. So if you don't know the command, then you can ask the the OS team to copy these all commands. Okay, so here I use the scp command. If you see here, but this scp command will not work in the in Azure because something is blocking. So what I will do, I will copy to NFS and then from NFS I'll pick at the DR side. Okay, so this is the location. If you see USR ACP SID, sys global security and then data. Okay, so this we need data and the key files. So I'll go to that location. Shared, then it is in the global. Sorry. Only the key is there, only data is there, key I don't see. Okay, so it is there in the data, sorry. This file, yeah, so this one, the key and the data we need to the secondary side. Okay, but the thing is here we need to keep the same the permission. So what is the permission here we have? This one we have to keep the same to target. Okay, so we'll see that and then we'll accordingly we will change the permission for this one. Okay, so I'll copy this key file and the data file cp. Okay, so let me create one folder first. So I'll go in the media because media is my NFS drives at secondary. I will create here one file is called mkdir kpi pki, sorry. Okay, and then I'll go back. I want to copy with the permission. Okay, so there are some commands. Okay, in the CP you can use that one. to copy all the permission, including the permissions. Okay, so let me Google it. Okay, there is some command. Okay, I'll Google it. How to copy files with permission in Linux. If you search like this, you will get something if you don't know. Fine, no issue. So I know that command. Okay, so let me use cp-r, then key files space, then data I need also. I'll copy to the media PKI, that is my NFS. Okay, copy. Now I'll go to the PKI and we'll see that it is there. So whatever the file permission is there, the same file permission is there. So only thing we need to change this one at the target. Okay, here it is showing the root. Okay, because I have copied with the root. Okay, so this is we can do once we copy the PKI keys to DR. Okay, now log into the DR. Okay, so here we need to first stop the database. Okay, so log in with the session is closed. Log into the DR. Okay, and then log in with the SID ADM and check the SDP info, the details, all fine. Okay, now I'll stop, SDP stops, and also I'll take up backups for that particular the files. So always take a backups. If something goes wrong, then you can able to restore it to the previous files. Yes, so it is done. Now go back, then go back to the global. So let me go to the HANA shared, then the SID. Okay, then global. Okay, now here we have the security. Inside that we have folder this one. So I'll take the backups, complete backups of this file. Okay, so inside it is not done. So inside we have the folders. Inside we have the files. So we have to use -r. R means recursive. Okay, done. Now it's cross checks. All is there. Backup files. Yeah, it is there. Now we'll go and we'll replace. Okay. So inside that we have to go, and then here we have to just rename. Okay, so with the move command we can rename. So I'll keep old. I'll rename key to old key. Okay, and same thing I will do for the data. So move the folder's name, file name, and then the new folder name, that is which you want to rename. Okay, now list again. Now everything is moved. Okay, now what I will do, I will go to the my NFS mount point, then PKI. Yeah, so here I do not have access here. Okay, so root will not be having access. Sorry, SID ADM will not be having access. So you have to log in with the root because the owner is root. Okay, so now I will log in with the root. I will go out from here. Yeah, I am to root. Okay, so then go to your NFS. Now this 2 is there. Now we'll move this 2. I will copy this 2 to our this location. Where it is, this one. Okay, so cannot access the keys and this data with the permission issues. Okay, so now what we have to do, so here permission issue is there, so it is not allowing us to write anything on that particular location. Okay, so we will do one thing, that I will change the permission here. Okay, I will make it to SID ADM and then SAPSys group. So instead of root, I will change it. So how to change? Go back to the primary. Okay, so here I will use chown. Chown is used to replace the owner and the groups. So this is the owner and this is the groups. So in our case, we have to change to dev ADM is the owner. Okay, colon. Then we have to give the group name SAPSys. To which files? This one and this one, keys and data. Now if you see, it is changed. Okay. Okay, so now we'll go back to secondary. Okay, now here if you list, then here you will get this one. Okay, now here what we have to do, we don't need a root. Okay, we need to log in with the SID ADM because the SID ADM is having access to this one. Okay, and also in the this folder as well. If you see that this folders. Okay, so in this folder only the SID ADM can read and write, others even root cannot able to access this one. Okay, so that's the reason I have changed these all these things. It is little complex, but understanding is very important all here. Okay, so now what I will do, I will go to NFS. Okay, and KPI. Okay, sorry, NFS, then PKI. Okay, now I will copy this all and data to location. So this is the location. Okay, I am doing this copy in second database, that is the DR. Cannot state HANA. Okay, permission deny, even it is showing the permission deny. What permission it is having? It is copied. It is copied. Okay, so here already copy. Okay, let me remove this one because this will create a problem because it is not copied successfully. So last tried, when we tried with the root, it copied, but it gave us the some error. Okay, so what we will do, we will delete this one. So this is with the root, we don't want this one. Okay, so we'll delete it. So to delete, we need to log in again with the root. Go to this location and remove this one, rm. We don't want any issue while copying this one. Cannot remove data is a directory or files. And let me remove one by one. So I have to use rs. Considering as the folders. Okay, but it is not a folder. Okay, it is a file. Now we will again log in with the SID ADM. Okay, and then we'll go to the media, the NFS, all these things. Okay, so we'll copy this one. Now that location, the complete location. This is one. Okay, so see, okay, omitted directory keys and data. Okay, fine, no issue. The file, it is copied. No, it is not copied. It says that CP. Okay, sorry, I have to use. We'll do one by one. So we don't want to take any one by one. Okay, so back to the media, because there we have. So we'll copy first like this. If any issue, then we will use the -r. No, it is not. Down from here whether it is copy or not. It is not copy. Okay, so we will use the -r. Cannot open this one. Editing permission. Just a minute. Yeah, it is copied. Okay, no issue. Let me see at the primary side. Let me copy the other files as well. Sorry, it is a directory, not a folders. Yeah. Now we'll copy this one. Copy. Here it doesn't give any issue. Then go back to location and we'll see that. Let me go inside data, whether all is there with the proper permission. It is there, okay, fine, no issue. Let me go inside the keys. Okay, nothing is there. Okay, let me see in the old one whether something was there or not. It is there. Okay, so this file is not copied. Okay, so we need to copy it from again. Okay, so we don't see anything in the keys. Okay, something goes wrong while copying. Okay, if you see nothing is there. Okay, so what we will do, we will check at the primary side whether it is there or whether it is copied properly or not. So I'm just logging into the primary. Simple thing, but takes time. See whether it is there in the media or not. It is there. What is the permission? Here root is there. Okay, so here we have to change this one. That's the reason it was not allowing us to copy. Okay, so we will change this one. chown and dev adm and sapsys, then this one. Now we'll go back to the dr side and we'll copy. Okay, so fine, then media, then pki, sorry, media, then I, okay, then keys. Okay, inside keys we have this one, so we will copy simply this is file to our location. Now this time copy successfully. Checks everything is there with the proper permission. Okay, so here we have the same permission, primary and the secondary. We'll go back. Okay, so now I'll show you that what I have done. So I have copied data folders and the key folders from primary to a secondary. We have stopped the secondary database and we have copied this one. Okay, also you have to stop your primary, not required, but if you have the downtime, then stop and then copy these files. Okay, make sure that you take the backups of your keys and data at secondary side. Okay, so when we start the HANA database, it read this data and the key files. Okay, the main thing is that permission. Okay, the permission should be same. So whatever the permission it has at the primary side, the same permission we should have at the DR side. Okay, so also we need to check the permission inside the data and the keys, whether the files permission are same as the primary. So we already cross checks, everything is same. Okay, even in the keys, if you see in the key, this is also same. Okay, now what we will do, we will start the database, secondary database. Okay, SDB. If it is starting correctly, then these files are copied properly and it is reading and there is no issue. Okay, any questions till now? Just keep in your mind that these files you have to copy from primary to secondary. If you are not able to do, then you involve your Unix team. Okay, and ask we need the same file permission. Okay, so they will do it. So basically when I do the HSR configuration, I do this all copy commands, there's all these things. So if you know the command, then fine. Otherwise, leave it to the Unix teams. If something goes wrong, then you have to redo again. Now let's see the SDB info. Okay, fine. Database started. Secondary started. Fine. Now we'll do the configurations. So let's first log into the DR primary database. Okay, log in with the SID ADM, Dev ADM. Okay. Okay, then SDB info. Let me see whether it started or not. Okay, nothing is started. Okay, so I will start this one, SDB start. Something is running on this database. Let me stop that also. Okay, so to have the free space, free memory, not part of the HADR. Okay, just I am going explore. Yeah, so secondary is primary is started. Okay, now what we will do? My primary started, my secondary started. Both are okay. We have copied the keys files and all that. Now we have to do the HSR configurations. Yeah, so we'll go to the our the commands. Okay, so these commands we have to use. Okay, so we have to execute these commands: SDB nsutil space hyphen sr underscore enable, then space hyphen hyphen name. Give the site name, whatever you want to give for your primary. Okay, just execute this one. Okay, okay, so it is enabled. If you see that name server is active, processing successfully enabled, systems as system replication source site done. Okay, now you can check the status using this command. Okay, whether it is enabled or not. So if you see that online true, mode is primary. Okay, the operation mode is a primary. Operation mode means it is not that operation mode, that delta shipping log replay. So operation mode means it is showing as a primary here, and then site name. Okay, okay, these all details. Okay, so here you can see that your the primary. Okay, site A is your primary. Okay, and then the site name, we can say that the data center name, or whatever you want to put, you can put the data center names, or you can put something else which you can identify whether it is primary or the secondary. Okay, so here we have to provide at least site name. So I have provided site A. Okay, now by looking this one, my HSR is enabled at primary. Okay, now we have to go to the secondary. We have to stop the secondary database, and then we have to register this command. We have to register secondary to the primary. Before that, we need to make sure that whether we have the successful backups, last successful backups. Okay, so we already took the backups for the last time, when we started with the backup and recovery, that time I took the backups for the system DB and then tenant database. Okay, so let me take a one more the fresh backup. Okay, we don't want to use the very old backups. Okay, so what I will do, I will log into the HANA Studio. I will log into the primary database. So always make sure that you should have the latest backup for your system DB as well as your all the tenant database. It's correct. 94, that is correct. No, it is not taken. Right click and then backup and recovery, then backup system DB first. And then finish. Could not backup system DB, could not start backups, backup could not be completed, cannot start, submit. Okay, let me see whether we have what is happening. Might be that backup folders will not be there. I think let me see which part it is taking, which part is configured. It is backup, okay, B capital. Yes. Let me take again. Okay, so backup could not be completed, cannot start. Let me see the log files. Here we don't see anything. we don't see the SAP start SRV services. Okay, so why it is not showing? Okay, so let's have a look. DM, then HTTP info. This is there. Fine. Let me see the backup log. Errors. Backup will write to the following files. Okay, that is the old one. Today's date is okay. This all is today's errors. Backup could not be complete, cannot start, submit threads. Okay, okay. Something got changed here. Let me see the backup configuration. No issue. So let's see which last successful backup we have. So we have of the 5th June. Okay, and whether we have the this all. Okay, so this location. Okay, so we'll use this one. So we have the last successful backups. Okay, so backup is not triggering because of the one service is not started. Okay, SAP start SRVs. So we need to stop and then start again and check. Okay, no issue. We will not waste time there. Okay, so we will use this one. So we have already the backups for the system DB and then tenant database as well. Yeah, this is the successful backups. Even I can see that folders are there at this one. Okay, it is not deleted. Okay, no issue. We'll go to the secondary systems. Okay, this is the secondary. Okay, we'll log in again. Log in with the SID ADM. Make sure that you execute all the commands using the SID ADM. Now what we have to execute this command. Okay, this is the host name of the primary and the instance number. Okay, we have to execute this one. Before that we have to stop SDB stop. SDB stop. If you see in the HANA Studio, let me close this one. Let me close this one as well. This as well. Okay, this as well. In the landscape, in the system replication, this we can visible. This system replication is visible from the system DB only. You cannot see and monitor from the tenants. Okay, because the replication is configured for your system DB. Okay, so nothing is there. Okay, so once we configured, then here you can see the primary and the secondary, and you can see the status for the replication. Fine. So secondary is stop. Okay, now we have to execute this command. We have to register secondary into the primary. Okay, So it takes some time, few minutes, not more than that. So no copy checks for the system PKI SSF files as the primary doesn't support this older version than secondary, as the primary has deactivated it explicitly. The remote host does not match with any host of the source side. All hosts of the source and the target side must be able to resolve all host name of the both side correctly. Okay, fail to trace. Okay, so it's giving some errors. Okay, so let me see whether okay, so this PKI files, okay, info no copy checks for the system PKI SSF. No copy checks for system PKI SSF files as the primary doesn't support older version than the secondary. Okay, our primary has deactivated it explicitly. A remote host does not match with any host of the source side. Okay, all hosts of the secure source and the target side must be able to resolve all host name of the both side. Okay, so here the host name resolution is not happening because of the two different side is there. These two different side are there. So what we will do, will maintain the host file entry. Okay, uh, so yeah, so we have to maintain the host file entry. Okay, so fine. Okay, so in the primary we have to maintain the host name of the secondary, and in the secondary we have to maintain the host name of the primary in the host file. Okay, so we will do it. Why we are doing this is because we don't have the this servers on the one network, it is on different network. Okay, so we'll maintain this one. Okay, so in the second primary, okay, so let me first, if you see that if I ping the HANA VM from secondary, then it won't reach. Okay, so it is reaching but it is giving something else. Okay, so fine, so what we will do, okay, so we will use this host name, so it is pinging. Okay, so this is the internal host name. Okay, so we'll use that internal host name here. Okay, not the public one. Okay, so I use this public one, but I will use the internal, so internal for the internal communications. Let me see if it is, yeah. Okay, so not, it is again failed. Okay, okay, so what I will do, I will come out from here. Okay, I will go host. So in the etc host, we copy all the files. Host file is there. Okay, host. Okay, so this one. Okay, so we'll do the VI. So a lot of things we have to take care if you are configuring the HADR, because DNS, then the communications, everything. Okay. So let me see the host name. So this is the secondary. Okay, so I need to maintain the host name of the primary. Okay, so let me log in again. It is disconnected. I will get ping and then get the internal IP address. If you don't know internal IP address, then ask your the host team. So your internal IP address is this one. Okay, 10.128.0.2. Okay, so I will put that to the secondary, this IP and host name. If it is not resolved, then again we need to check what is the issue exactly. Now we are getting the ping from, okay, okay, let me copy this, let me ping this one, the IP. So this is 4. We need to maintain this to primary. Okay, so secondary now going to maintain in primary the host name and the IP detail. Here insert then IP address and then host name HANA DR. From primary to DR, and we'll see that what is it is showing the proper one. Okay, now we'll see. We'll execute the commands in DR. Okay, so login with IDADM, okay, and then execute a command. This command. If it is not resolved, okay, it is not. So some issue with the PKI files. So the info no copy checks for the system PKI SSF files as primary doesn't support this. Okay, older version than secondary, or primary has deactivated explicitly. Okay, so let me see the trace. This is there. Okay, so trace file is there. So this is the trace file. Let me see what is there inside this one. The remote host does not match with the any source site. All source and the target site must be able to resolve all host name for the both side. Okay. Let me give the host name. Might be something is blocking, maybe. Oh, it is done. Oh, I have given the host name and it is done. If you see that, here I copy this command with the host name. So it is not going with the IP address. Okay, so here it is going with the host name. Okay, so this command I executed and it is updated. If you see that, adding to the site, name servers not responding, collecting information, update broker done. Okay, so we'll execute again. We'll see that again. Okay, wrong. Okay, fine. It is done. If you see that, it is done. Here it is done. Okay, so use the host name, not the IP address. Okay. Now, if you see in the HANA Studio, nothing will be happen here. We'll see the update. Yeah, so we can see the both the primary and the secondary. This is my primary and this is my secondary. Okay. And now we have to enable the replication. So replication is unknown. If you see the replication status, replication mode, all is unknown. Here you can see only the primary host name and the secondary host name and the site name. Okay. Now how to enable the replication? Okay. So on the secondary side, we have to just execute HDB start. Okay. Once you execute the HDB start at secondary, okay, once it is started, the secondary started, and if you refresh this one, then it will start replicating the data. Okay, so let's see once the secondary started. It is very easy, but here we have that we don't have the DNAs, we don't have the supports to copy PKI files from here to there. Okay, that's the reason it took a long time. Okay, but it's very simple. In your organization you will be having the people like OS. This all status will change. What happened? It takes time maybe. So we'll see from here the replication status. So you can see the replication status from the primary. Okay, so log into the primary. It's again duplicate session. Let me refresh again here. Whether it is changing. It is not changing anything. So here we can see. Okay, so the second is consume system fine. It's takeover false. Okay, so here we have the site B, site A. Okay, then the primary. Okay, we are using the async and the log replay. Okay, so everything is there, everything is perfect. So execute the again these commands here to check the status. So might be it will take time to transfer the data from here to there. Okay, no issue, so we will wait. Not refreshing from the OS level, HANA Studio. Okay, then we can check it from the OS level as well. Okay, so which script we have to run from the OS level. So one script is there, so I'll show you that. HANA Python script is there, HANA HSR from OS level. This is the Python script system replication status. Okay. So where it is the Python. So here it is in the instance, then exe. Okay. We can also go like this, cd py. Okay, if you go cd py, it will take you to the Python script. Okay, so here lot of scripts are there. Lot of scripts are there, Python scripts. Okay, so here we need to look for the HSR, HANA system replication script. Okay, so yeah, this one. Okay, so how to execute? If you Google it, you will get all these details. Okay, so check the overall status of the system using the SIDM users. Run this one script. You have to run this one like this. Okay, not this one. You have to type the Python as well. Okay. PYTHON and this one. Oh, sorry. Python. So the local system replication status. Okay. Okay, so we are executing this on the DR side. No issue. So we have to execute the same. So primary py, so it will take you to the Python script location, then python, then Python name, script name, scripts. So this script always be executed at the primary side to check the status. So here if you see that yeah, it is still showing unknown. Okay, mode of replication unknown, status application system replication side to unknown, overall system status is unknown. It should not show unknown. Okay, it should might be that port number is not enabled. So if you see that these are the ports, if ports are not if it is not enabled between two, then it is a problem. Okay, okay, so let me see that trace, cd trace. You will see the logs. If it is mentioned something about that port number, then we can't do anything. Because here we don't have any supports from the Google Clouds. Okay, so something network address, it is mentioned that here we don't have the stable connectivity. So if you see that error during setups create exclusive complications, the generic status cannot start computed threads. Okay, so everywhere it is mentioned that network. So
Does this mean that all the ports which I have on my primary and secondary sites, they should be open to both the?
yes, the communication should be there.
Can we check this via netstat if it is open or not? I don't know over here if it works or not.
Netstat, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Which is it is updating? Which file it is updating? Just a minute. Just 2 minutes. Now tell me what you're saying that netstat. So netstat, it will show you the what are the ports is
Established.
running on your servers.
The connections established. Oh, but it's a different, totally different network, right?
Yeah, it's totally different network. So
It will only show the established ports, like all of them
yes,
which are listed.
yeah, only the established port on that local servers.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So there is no way to check. Only the network people they can confirm whether the whether the network connection is there any blocking something kind of they can check and they can confirm. Okay, so that's the reason it is not showing, you know. Okay, here everything is unknown. So and that's the reason replication is also not starting. Let me try to check some log. No, let me check the logs at the secondary side as well. If we are getting something, if you see that connection refuse, okay, it is not establishing connections due to the network issues. Something is blocking. If you see here, generic stream connection refuse, error in asynchronous streams. Okay, and then connection refuse. This is my IP. If you see that this is the IP for my, what is this IP? Which is the IP? This is for I think this is for my DR1. Okay, and this is the port number, and it is my primary one, and this is the port number. Okay, and this is the channel which is used for communication, which is blocked. Okay, if you see here. Okay, so it's showing the pending. Okay, so that is the issue here. Okay. Telnet. Let me try telnet. Yeah, if you see that telnet is also not working, it is refusing. Okay, so something is there, might be at the OS level or might be at network level. It is not allowing the communication between these two systems. Okay, so I think maybe that something needs to be configured at the OS level. Others way I can check it. Yeah. One thing we can check it. If you do the SSS to the remote servers, okay. Let me see. Okay, it is not allowing. If you see that permission deny. Okay. It says that permission deny. Okay, so yeah, so the key is not exchange, getting exchange between primary and the secondary. See, if I do the telnet SSS from primary to secondary, then it will also give me the same issues. Okay. So let me do it. I am in the second primary and I am doing the SSS to the HANA VM DR. Okay, yes, yeah, here also I am getting the same issue. Okay, so something might be at the OS level or might be at the network level. It is not allowing the communications. It is not allowing to transfer anything between these two, uh, you know, the nodes due to the some security reasons. So either both, network team and the OS team need to check this one from their end to allow both system, both primary and the secondary, communicate to each other. Okay, so whatever the setups we have done, that is the correct. The issue is with the OS or network. Okay, that's the reason it is not doing the replications. That's the reason it is not showing active, because connection, the communication is not happening. Here it shows that permission is denied. Simply here, if you see here. Okay, so not sure to whom to connect to resolve this one. Okay, so yeah, because this is the demo systems and might be not possible to show you this one, but this is the process for end to end the HSR. Okay, so this one, so these are all these things. Copy the PKIs from primary to secondary. Okay, stop before copying and then follow the steps. Okay, once you done, you will see your replication here. Okay, replication is happening like this. Okay, so we will not able to do it because of the some restriction, but whatever we have done, we have all executed, we executed all the commands. Okay, only thing is that it's not showing the status because of the communication issue. Okay guys, so that's it for the HSR. Any questions guys, any doubt?
Will this server be available for just trying out the commands?
This HSR you can try
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So how you will connect, I'll share the both one. Okay, so yeah, this the host name is already there, so I have to share the DR, the primary host name. You need the secondary one. Okay, so let me give the secondary host name, not the host name, IP address. Okay, so this is the DR. Let me ping in the chat. Okay, you try, I need to stop. Yeah, so before you do these configurations, I have to disable these replications. Otherwise what happen, you won't able to uh, execute these all commands. Okay, so we'll see that how to disable the replications. Okay, so simple, if you don't know the commands, okay, just google it. Okay, how to disable HSR, HANA replication. So disabling the SAP HANA replication, always use the this one SAP help. Okay, disable using sdb util command. Okay, so stop the secondary database, stop the secondary systems and unregistered. Okay, so I'll stop the secondary first. This is my secondary. So everything is there, all the commands are there on the Google's on the HCP help. So if you clear about your theory part, what steps we have to do, okay, then easily you can do it. So I always use this, I don't have the commands handy. Okay, so whenever it's required, I go on Google and then I, you know, do these all these things. Okay, so if you have already so on your systems, on your project, if you're doing, then we will be having the documents, okay, for configuration and then disabling. Okay, so let me stop database first. So once you start the secondary database, it will stop the replication. Okay, okay, so always whenever you want to disable HSR, you have to stop secondary and then unregistered. Okay, so this we call breaking of the replication. So here the issue is here typo error. Okay, so I copy from there now. So that's the reason. SDB, let me type ns util -sr. So, so make sure that whatever you copy should not be any special character or space something kind of, otherwise it won't work. SDB ns util ns util and -sr underscore registered. Yeah, so type properly. Okay, it is unregistered. Okay, so it is failed. If we see that on the persistence not initialized, in order to initialize the secondary sites, you can re-register the secondary site by executing the SR register. Okay, start the secondary site, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. So error was not successful, failed. Fine. Okay, so some issues there with the persistence. Let me see whether it is removed from here. So it got corrupted maybe because of the replication is not started fully and we are in between, we are breaking. Okay, so if you see that here, it says that persistence of the your secondary is corrupted. The persistence not initialized. Okay, persistent not initialized means nothing is copied from primary to the secondary. Okay, so we cannot break this one. Okay, let me try to disable it from the secondary, from the primary. So a lot of issues, if your replication is not in active state, then your data may be get corrupted. To make sure that everything should be available, the network and all that. Okay, so what I will do, I will disable from this one. Let me copy here, then from here let me copy to OS level. Okay, so let me type it, HDB then disable. NF F1 SR underscore. So if you do the backslash and all that, then it won't recognize and then it will throw the errors, command not found something. Okay. So error, there is still secondary side is attached. Okay. So we cannot do this thing. Okay. So we cannot even disable this replication. Only thing is that uninstall the secondary database. Okay. Because it is not allowing to unregistered because of the issues. Okay. It is asking to recreate the persistence of the secondary side from the database. Okay. So you cannot try even. Okay. So if I give you the clean systems and if you do this all configuration, then you won't able to do it. So do one thing, that whatever the systems you have installed, okay, whatever the SID you have installed at the primary, the same thing you can install on secondary, and then you can try and then you can uninstall everything from the secondary. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So so I will uninstall this one. Okay, because nothing will happen. Okay, because the communication is not there, our persistent is not copied from the primary to secondary, so secondary persistent is corrupted. Okay, like this. So what I will do, I will uninstall the secondary database. Okay, and then you guys install your systems. Okay, and try to execute these all commands. Okay, and then you do the practice. Okay, so let me uninstall. I'll show you that how to uninstall. Go to the media. Okay, go to the HANA patch. Okay, and then go inside this one. I'm not sure whether it will allow us to uninstall because the replication is on now. So not this one. 444 execute. Install is there. SDB uninstall. Yeah, this one. Uninstalling failing, start uninstallation as a root. Sorry, we have to execute with the root. Okay, so number is my is 0. So type 0. Okay, and then yes. The uninstall done. Okay, fine. Let me see at the primary side. Okay, whether it is allow me to disable or not. Where is the command? This one. Yeah, it is showing that still the primary is there. Even we have disable, uninstall. Fine, no issue. So you can do. I'll stop this secondary as well. It will not stop. Okay. So stopping instance using SDB, it will not allow you to stop even. Okay, so this is also need to be uninstalled. Fine, because the HSR is configured, enable. So we have not disabled and it is not allowing to disable because it says that the secondary is attached. Fine. So I will install this as well later. Okay. So let me do it, otherwise you guys will face issue. Okay, the slowness and all that. I will install later. So once you're done with, you uninstall your systems, yeah, both from the primary and the secondary. Which one is my one number one? Only uninstall your, yeah. Do not install others. Yeah, fine. Let me see if anything is there. No, nothing is there. Uninstall completely. Okay. So do this one like this, and then uninstall, and then once you're done with the practice, you uninstall everything. So let me copy. Let me share these all commands through a chat. Okay, or I will mail you these all commands. Okay. So
Sir,
it will be
better you mail me because
yeah.
chat window is disabled for me.
Oh, is it? You joined late, na? Yeah, fine. Okay. So let me mail you. Okay, HSR command. You try this today, because the servers maybe tomorrow the server will not be available. The DR server. Where is the email ID of yourself? Yeah.
So can you add me also?
You there? Let me see. What is the mailbox? Not this one. This one I need. So Prashant, for your case, you have the servers, right, at your company, right? So you can do easily all these things.
Sir, I don't have means DR.
No, you can create now. You have 128 GB of RAM, right?
Yes.
So you can do. So which one is your email ID is not there, yeah? Here.
No. Yes, 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 here.
Which one? This one,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes, first one.
Okay. So you said that you have the 120 of GB of servers, right?
Yes.
So you can install the VMs now. You can divide into part.
Okay.
You can install the Windows. You just install 128 GB of RAM. You have, right? Complete, right?
Yes.
One box, right? So
Yes,
you
sir.
install the Windows servers, any Windows, and then VMware installed, and then you create two VMs, 32 GB of one and 32 GB of second, and then you do these configurations. There won't be any problems. Okay, because it will be on the same network. Okay, this way you can do the practice.
Okay.
Okay, so I sent you guys all the commands. You tried, yeah. So we'll close today, and then tomorrow we'll meet same time. So tomorrow we'll start with the DBA cockpit. Sorry, HANA cockpit. Okay, we'll see that how to install the HANA cockpit and everything, how to add and all that. Okay, how to add remote systems and how to monitor everything. Okay, thanks. So we'll disconnect. I'll share the recordings.
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks all. Thanks. Bye.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.